much. Hello there. Eyes down and sponge slice at the ready as we launch into another Champions League European press update after what has been, to be fair, the most momentous set of matches so far. Milan exiting and Real Madrid crashing out of the Cup 2 at the hands of Lyon in the best French performance on the box since Nicolas Sarkozy's wedding photos. There's nothing new, of course, about Madrid exiting this competition before the quarter-finals. This is, after all, the 6th successive year that they've done that. But this time round was supposed to be different because this time round the Champions League final is at their very own stadium, the Bernabeu, and having just blown last summer a developing nation's budget on Cristiano Ronaldo, Kaká and others, they felt that it was almost their destiny to be in it. Instead, though, Wednesday's 1-1 draw with Lyon puts them out. News greeted with all the perspective you'd expect from the Madrid press. Let's see, AS here. Catastrophe, they say. It's like an earthquake has destroyed the Valley of the Kings. This pharaonic Madrid team have suffered a disaster. Well, pharaohs they might have been, but living in denial they most certainly were, with nobody in the Spanish capital showing the slightest concern pre-game, despite the fact that they'd lost the first leg in Lyon 1-0. Here's Sergi Ramos of Real Madrid 2 days before the match in Marca, confidently announcing we'll win 3-0. Almost right. Here's Marca the day after the game, and a rather different tune is a-playing. Fuera, they say, out. It's goodbye, champions, and it's goodbye too to Manuel Pellegrini, who isn't fired as yet, but is surely about to perform the job that he was really brought in to do, i.e. take the fall for everyone else. Still, while Pellegrini's decisions on Wednesday didn't exactly help the team, others see Real's bid to buy their way to success as being the real root of the problem. As El País puts it, you don't buy titles, you win them. They obviously never saw the Labour Party's price list a few years ago. Everything is possible, continues the paper in Sport, except for those who treat the pitch like a stock market. Wise words. Not everybody, though, in Spain was quite so distressed over the result. Over in Catalonia, they were virtually paying homage to Lyon's achievement. Let's have a look at El Mundo Deportivo, who normally, of course, never let the Madrid sides near their front page. Instead, on Thursday, they were going with a giant KO. Madrid won't be at their final at the Bernabeu, they titter. They'll have to hope that Barcelona are to defend the honour of the Spanish game. Well, that would be as ironic as 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife, wouldn't it? Or good advice that you just didn't take. Well, the French press, in the meantime, as you might imagine, beside themselves with praise for the Lyon Kings. Grandiose, says L'Equipe, who say that Lyon are now residing among the legends of French football, a small select body that, and there's no limits to how far this team can go. Well, while they get all excited about that over in France, Wednesday night at Old Trafford saw another big name exiting the competition, Silvio Berlusconi's Milan, who couldn't have looked more shagged out if they'd been at one of their boss's parties. Abject, the Rossoneri were, thrashed 4-0 by Man United in a performance so bad that apparently even Silvio himself switched off halfway through. Here's the Gazzetta dello Sport, which I was waving around before. Once upon a time, there was a Milan, they say, as the Rossoneri, the world's most titled club side, of course, get buried by Wayne Rooney. And the Italians' discomfort at the result was only increased by the fact that with Bayern somewhat unjustly knocking out Fiorentina on the day before in Florence, the Germans have this week now taken a few more slivers off Italy's UEFA coefficient lead, coefficient chips if you will, in the two countries' ongoing battle over which of the two gets a fourth Champions League spot. Of course, the way things are currently going, both Italy and Germany will soon be having to look over their shoulders at those French sides, eh? Well, we'll have more Champions League excitement next week with the return of Jose Mourinho to Stamford Bridge and all the thrills and spills of Bordeaux against Olympiacos. Make sure you join us then for a roundup of it all in 7 days' time.